Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Hey, I don't know what to do.
What's up, YouTube? It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, y'all. And this is going to be one of Desi's car talks. I have been busy when I get home, so I basically try to like vlog as much as I can in the car. So if my background look a little iffy, you guys, I'm sorry about that. So this video is going to talk about as far as for can you live off of a CNA salary. I do see a lot of people always want to know as far as for what CNAs do, what's their important part as far as for the healthcare field. So hopefully this video will be able to help you guys out as far as for that. So basically with CNAs, if you don't know, CNA is basically a certified nursing assistant. Most people usually start off with CNAs usually when they get fresh out of high school. They either want to go for medical assistant or CNA, but most people usually like to start off with CNA to see if they really like it. I do apologize if I'm talking fast, y'all. I'm on my lunch break, so I try to get as much information as I can out to you guys as much as possible. So basically, CNAs, they're basically important whenever it comes to working at any hospital setting, any type of medical setting. CNAs are really important. One thing I can say now, disclaimer for anything regarding what I'm about to say for this video, CNAs play a major part for the healthcare field. When I tell you CNAs do a lot of work, they work with nurses for the majority of the time, and on top of that, most of the time the patients usually see the CNA first before they see the nurse. So it's a lot of work that the CNAs do put in as far as for that. If we're talking salary wise, I'm gonna get right into it. CNAs here in Florida, CNAs usually make around $13 to $15 an hour. To the most, it may be 15. It can be more depending on your experience. So if you've been a CNA for like 5 years or plus, you will be getting probably like $15 to $18 an hour, depending on the location and the company. But if you're first starting off, you're gonna probably make around $12 to $13 an hour. Like I said, in Florida, we don't get paid as much with medical jobs. That's why most people like to get their schooling done here in Florida and then just go work up north or something like that. But majority of the time, people that works in Florida that's in the medical field don't get paid as much as a person would that's up north. So I do want to get that cleared out as first. Average yearly $26,000 or to $33,000 yearly as far as for a CNA. Like I said, CNAs usually make decent money if you're starting off first out of high school. But if you have kids or if you have a family and you're trying to feed them, I wouldn't say that you could live off a CNA salary because it's very low. It can be pushed up more. I definitely feel like CNAs deserve to be way up there, like 16 to 18 an hour starting off. But can you live off of this type of salary? I definitely say no, unless you have support. Now, I'm just being real. At the end of the day, some people may say, well, I live in New York and I make 18 and I live perfectly fine. Well, that's a different setting. At the end of the day, when you're here in Florida and you're only making $12 to $13 an hour, it's kind of more so like, is it worth it or something like that? Me personally, I wouldn't put myself through that type of predicament. Also, you can't really buy an apartment off of any type of salary like that. So that's another thing I want you to keep in mind when it comes to CNA salaries. Most people just want to make sure that they're on point with those type of things. All right. Also, people want to know as far as for what do CNAs do. So basically, CNAs, they have a big old variety as far as for things that they do. Usually CNAs work directly with nurses or they're underneath the supervision of the nurse. CNAs can also be called nursing assistants, or they can be called nurse aides, or most likely patient care assistant. Some of the duties that's limited as far as for the CNA would be turning or moving patients. So you want to make sure that you kind of monitoring them. Most of the time you're going to be monitoring them as far as that. Now, me personally, I never worked as a CNA. My information that I usually tell you guys is based off of my friends or friends that I have that are CNAs, and they just tell me what it's like, and I kind of just look up my information to put two and two together to see whether it's something worth it if I was to be in the field. So that's why I just kind of let you guys know that, because most people will be like, when are you going to do a video for this? When are you going to do a video for that? I never do a video for a current job that I'm working for. So meaning as in, I will never talk about the salary for a medical assistant for pain management because I currently work here. If I wasn't to work here and I work at another company, then I will go ahead and start talking about it. So all my experiences usually are everything I did in the past. So I do want to make sure that I keep that and clarify that a little bit. So like I said, some of the duties will be turning or moving patients, gathering medical supplies. You never know if a patient may need water, or they may need a certain blanket, or may need a certain sheets or something like that. They may need a certain thermometer or something to check their temperature every other hour. You want to grab all those type of supplies. Bathing the patients, grooming the patients, meaning as in brushing their hair, brushing their teeth, shaving their hairs and stuff like that. You will have to do stuff like that. So you want to make sure if that's something you don't want to do, don't get yourself into it. Also, feeding the patients and documenting their food and liquid intake. You will have to make sure that you have some type of sheet or form to make sure that you keep that all together. But I'm pretty sure with it being everything electronically, everything may be into the system where you can kind of plug that stuff in. check vital signs such as blood pressures and heart rates. We usually do that on a daily basis for medical assistant, answering phone calls, documenting information, cleaning rooms and bed linens, and also stocking supplies. You also want to make sure that you keep on top of your safety procedures and also transporting patients. I'm sorry, y'all, I feel like it's something in my eye. Woo. All right, I think I'm good. Oh my goodness, my eyelashes are so long, y'all. All right, now different hospitals have different requirements for CNAs. It looked like I'm about to cry, y'all, for CNAs, but for the most part you should be fine. Now, where do CNAs work? Like I said, CNAs could be found majority of hospitals, nursing homes, rehab centers. For the majority of the part, nursing homes and adult facilities are the common place where CNAs are pretty much found. So you want to make sure that you keep that in mind as well too. And the education requirements, basically you'll have to go to like a community college. Now, it does vary in the state that you live in. Most people don't even have to go to school for CNA. They may just teach it for you, but for the most part, CNA courses ranges between 4 to 8 weeks long, and they basically give you a lot of detail on how to care for the patient, basic medical skills, and information on understanding as far as for how to work with them. And like I said, the last thing with CNAs, their salary is usually around $28,000 a year currently right now. You can get more depending on the location that you're at, but if you're asking me, do I think you could live off of a CNA salary? I definitely feel like if you have support, it's doable. If you don't have support, I feel as if it's best to probably stay with the parent, probably stay with a friend until you save up as much as you can and then move up more. But here in Florida, I don't think it's easy for you to survive on the salary, depending on the part that you're at. I know here in Florida, like I said, they don't pay you that much with a lot of beginner medical jobs. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope that everybody stays safe, y'all. Peace.